Hi, it's Paris from Epic Reviews, and on my last visit to the dentist, having my teeth cleaned, when the dental hygienist was coming at me with the ultrasonic scaler, which, oh man, do I hate that thing. And I'm asking her, can we kind of go easy on the ultrasonic scaling? And she's saying, well, you've got the tartar buildup right on the gum line between the teeth, and we need this to loosen it up. And I'm saying, all right, if you have to. She said, well, you know, if you would clean out that spot better, we wouldn't need to do this. And I said, yeah, I know. She said, why don't you try the Waterpik? She said, with a floss, sometimes it can be hard if you just kind of pop it up there and out. It doesn't really clean those spots out. If you're good at flossing and you actually go up one side of the tooth, wrap around it, and yeah, I basically just pop it through and pull it back out. She said the Waterpik does an excellent job. That's really what it does, is it cleans those spots right at the gum line between the teeth, and it's like an industrial strength floss, basically, to just blast that stuff out of there. She said, I bet we won't need to use this on your next visit. So I went out and got one. So I've been using this for a few days now, and actually I like it. It just takes 1 minute once a day. You don't have the deal when you're flossing that you get all the slimy stuff on your hands. And of course with the floss, and you've got the stuff that you've pulled out from between the teeth, and where to flick it. And no matter where you try to flick it, invariably it comes back and gets stuck on your shirt. So even though this is sort of messy with all the water, and there's always a little bit of drooling and dripping involved, it's actually a much cleaner process than flossing with string floss. And supposedly, for most people, it gets out 50% more of the stuff between your teeth. And I'm hoping that's going to make a big difference when I go back for my next cleaning in a few months. Now, when I tried it out for the first time a few days ago, I had gotten through the first side of the quick setup and how to use it instructions, but I didn't realize there was a second side to it. So let me show you the video clip of what happened when I tried it when I really didn't know what I was doing. Alright, this is my teeth. Heard you can see light stuff here, around the edge here. Something black over there, uh-oh. So this is what I'm going to try to clean off with the Waterpik in 1 minute. I'm probably going to need to change my shirt after this. I imagine it's going to be a mess and all over the mirror because I have no idea what I'm doing. Let me grab the wand. Man, do I have no idea what I'm doing. They need to include an instructional video in this. I got kind of wet. Yeah, it does help to read all of the instructions first. Now, I'll show you the video clip of once I've figured it out, how good a job it actually did on my teeth, but let me just briefly tell you about some of the features that it has. This is the Waterpik Ultra. They have a cheaper, this was $49.99 at Target. They had the whole selection there at Target, from the cheapest one, which is it's a handheld cordless model that's rechargeable, but it looks like you have to hold it with a water reservoir in it, so I imagine it was a little bit heavy and seemed kind of unwieldy, so I didn't go with that. And then at the high end, at about $100, they have, the Ultra Deluxe model that even has like similar to a Sonicare type toothbrush rechargeable that fits in and recharges there, and it's a whole big thing. So I went with the mid-range model. I'm sure they'll have it at your Target or drugstore somewhere nearby. If not, or if you want to check out the different models before you go shopping, I'll put a link down below and you can check them all out online, see which one's the best one for you. This is the Ultra, the mid-range model. The reservoir here in the back, you fill up with water, and it's pretty easy. You just take it, put it under the tap. Word to the wise, use warm water, not cold water. Don't want that spraying on the base of your teeth. You put this back on it, and you stick it back in the spot. There's a little rubber gasket here that mates up and lets the water drain into a tank down below. The very first time you use it, it has to run 10-15 seconds before it fills that lower reservoir. So don't be worried if you first turn it on and nothing comes out. It takes a little bit. And once you've got your water in it, you take your wand. Now, I have had to keep it fairly close to me for this to reach, but I'm usually leaned over the sink anyway because of the drooling that goes on, so it hasn't been that big an issue. You've got the on-off switch, and then you've got the adjustable power from 1 to 10. This basically goes from 10 to 90 psi. That's how hard it's going to spray. And I started out with 3. I'm up to about 5 now because I decided I could stand a little more. But 3 itself, as you'll see in the video clip I show you, really does a good job. Just for comparison purposes, a pressure washer that you use out on the driveway, it's about 2,000 psi. So here you're going between 10 and 90. So you take this, with the tip. Let me eject it for you. This is the tip. You replace these, and it comes with 2 of the standard ones. So if just like you and your wife, you can each have one. There's a different colored collar on it. With our kids, we're going to have to get some more, maybe put some other little marking on so we know whose is whose. That's the tip portion. You eject it with that button. This is the pause button. Comes in very handy because after about 20 seconds your mouth will be full of water and you want to spit, but you don't want to have to fumble for the power button here. So you can just press that to pause it, then spit, and then let it go to continue. And the key to the whole thing is you put it into your mouth first, of course, and close your lips around it, and then you start doing the spraying. But you'll see that in just a second. Of course, it does plug in for the power if you don't buy the rechargeable model, and you do want to have it near water because you're going to have to fill it each time. This is enough capacity for 90 seconds. They recommend you do it for a minute, and I usually use most of this when I've used it. On the very top of it is a little handy little place where you can store your tips. The tips that pop off, you can keep them in here, and I think there's room for 4 of them. And so, let me show you the video clip of how it works when you use it properly and how much difference it really makes in cleaning your teeth, especially those spots in between. And I gotta work on my technique, but I will say, it did get rid of that, most of that. I mean, I was only on it for, what, a few seconds, and it already did get most of the stuff off. Close your mouth. You gotta put the thing in there, close your mouth over it, and then move it around. So, I did that. I went through most of the reservoir water. I left it on power 3. Here's what my teeth look like now. Yeah, good job, really.